Pacific Ocean all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, with the Arctic Ocean to its north, shares a border with North Korea in a very small area at the north, also with China. There are major railways coming in out of Russia into North Korea. North Korea in 1997-98 was given 2 nuclear reactors capable of producing atomic and hydrogen weapons. Now they've developed these bombs and gotten the missile technology from China, who also in the middle of the 90s got the missile technology from the U.S. It was Bill Clinton, this is all on record, and his administration that transferred the ICBM re-entry MIRV technology, but also the ignition launch technology to China, who then transferred it all to North Korea. And of course, North Korea got the reactors from a U.S. deal as well. That is pure insanity. Now North Korea routinely fires medium-range missiles over Japan that crash into the Pacific Ocean, openly threatening to nuke Tokyo and proving that they can actually target one of the largest cities in the world. Now, just south of North Korea, just about 30 miles inside, is Seoul, South Korea, their capital. And since the end of the Korean War, there's been a demarcation line there, and there's never really been an end to war, but what they call a ceasefire. Now, why am I covering this? Because in other times in history, when things of this magnitude are happening, you would expect to see massive news coverage. Instead, it's about Caitlyn Jenner endorsing Ted Cruz. It's about Donald Trump with MoveOn.org, George Soros groups coming and attacking him, and the media saying ban is free speech. So I try to talk calmly, but many geopolitical strategists say the world is the most dangerous position it's ever been. And my intellect, but my gut also tells me that. Now I'm going to go over here to my desk and show you some of these articles, but look at this. This is last week. Then I'll walk through the big developments today. Russia warns North Korea to back off nuclear war threats. This was last week. They said, we will invade, we will take out your forces, we have to use nukes, we'll do that as well. They just threatened Turkey, too, a few weeks ago. Because they're being threatened. Their interests are being threatened. Whether it's Syria or whether it's North Korea, that's right on Russia's border. China came out 2 weeks ago and threatened North Korea to stop. They've never done that. They threatened to use military. Here's another headline. North Korea threatens to destroy New York City with hydrogen bomb. That's in the Washington Post and the New York Times today. He's out giving speeches. His crazy grandfather didn't talk like that. His father, Kim Jong-il, who was one of the worst people ever, killing millions of his own people, a true pig, starving him to death just because he wanted all the resources for himself. He didn't talk like that compared to this. I mean, this is crazy. This is a weird little fat rat who was brought up in 5+ star facilities, boarding schools in Switzerland, who likes Dennis Rodman, totally disconnected from reality, killing most of his family, the top generals. He has nukes, but who's the real villains here? I'm nonpartisan. I didn't like George W. Bush or his daddy or Clinton either. But man, why did our power structure, the Republicans went along with it too, give the Chinese government, the worst murderers in history, that lecture us about Donald Trump, the missiles? Why'd they give it to North Korea? And why did Clinton transfer reactors to them that you can make nukes with? Why? Because they want to be able to use North Korea as the trigger, the nuclear trigger. And a lot of top experts like Joel Skousen break that down. I'm going to get him on this week, probably tomorrow, to cover it all on the weekday show, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central, Infowars.com. But look at these headlines again. Russia warns North Korea to back off nuclear war threats. North Korea threatens to destroy New York City with hydrogen bomb. Now here's what's really concerning. Putin orders start of Russian military withdrawal from Syria, says objectives achieved. Unprecedented. They'll still keep their one port they've had forever, their only Mediterranean port, but they're pulling their main forces out under the peace deal with Turkey, Saudi Arabia, the U.S., and NATO. Now, they've already said that's a fake peace deal. It's already being broken. Why are they about to abandon Syria? That's what this looks like. They did basically defeat al-Qaeda and ISIS to a great extent, but they're reconstituting in Iraq. Why are they pulling out? Because the pivot to the Pacific and what the West is doing, and all those aircraft carriers, and the threats between China and the U.S., and all the escalation, the People's Daily in China is, let's have war with the U.S. Now, I don't know if that's really going to happen, but we've never seen the Chinese talk like this. And their surrogate is North Korea. So are they threatening them for real, or is that just for political consumption? All I know is we've never seen such geopolitical movement, and now the Russians are pulling out of Syria. You've got all sorts of escalations and cyber attacks. A lot of amazing things are happening right now. But let's finish the second part of this, because this is important.